Hey everybody, welcome to our brief orientation video. This video is intended just to help you navigate your way around the Canvas course page and make things a bit easier. I'd already done something like this similar in the welcome video for the course, so you may have already seen some of these things, but I know that some redundancy and going over something again can be very helpful, especially in the beginning, and I'm sure a lot of you are taking more than one online course, and so it'll really help you to keep things clear about what you have to do. And by the way, what you're looking at here on the screen as far as our Canvas course page is going to look a little different than your version because this is the instructor view, and I have to keep it that way because there are things I want to show you that I cannot show you using the student view because some of the assignments aren't even open yet, so I won't be able to click and open things for you. So don't worry about that. Yours will look very similar. You'll have all the same content, but there are going to be some cosmetic differences because, again, this is the instructor view. So again, when you get to the course home page there, I have it designed that you're going to land on the modules section there. And so at the very top there of the modules, you'll see a section called Start Here, which is a great place to start. So make sure that you read what I have in the header above it there. It has some important information. And also this next header here that you must click each item in the module in the order that you find them in order to open them up. You cannot jump ahead, so make sure that you go ahead and open things up in the order that you find them, or else you will not be able to open up items below it there. So if you get to an item and it says it's locked or you can't open it up and it's grayed out, that's because you haven't opened up every item above it there. And that's the only reason you would have trouble doing that. So if you're having a problem opening things up, go back and make sure that you've opened things up there. You will see a green check mark, which looks a little different than the ones I have here. That will show you where you've been, kind of a Hansel and Gretel trail there. So make sure you've got green check marks above the items that you want to open. And if you don't see them, that means you can't open the ones that are below there. So make sure you take a look at this first section here. It has the syllabus, some textbook information, really important overview and course roadmap, and also a survey that you need to take. The survey is required there. It's not for any points towards the course, but it's the way that I'm going to know that you are actually going to participate in the course, because sometimes I have students that are enrolled in the course and they don't actually participate, so I'm going to drop those folks if they don't do the survey. So definitely make sure you take that survey there. Once you do that, you'll be able to get to the next section, which says what you need to do next. And so just some helpful hints there, some information about using Conference Zoom, so you can do a Zoom session in case you haven't done that already in another course. A note here about using the Canvas app, which you probably don't want to do for things like quizzes and exams because there's been some problems with that. And the last section there, where to go next. Make sure you take a look at all those. And then once you're done with that, what you'll see in a little bit there are the actual units for the course there. And so these units have dates across the top there in terms of when they are open and when they are closed. And you will not be able to get to a next unit until you can see its opening date there. You can see our first unit open up on this date here, but the next unit will have a different opening date. You'll see down here as I scroll ahead a little bit there. And until that date comes, you will not be able to access that unit. So you can only work so far ahead. I know some of you might be eager to go ahead and just do everything all at once, but I don't have it set up so you can do that. Okay, so make sure that you always keep an eye out for those due dates. And you'll get an announcement from me on Canvas as well when I've opened up the next unit there. So that's all going to come out to you. So just keep an eye out for that. Okay, but when you get to any of the course units, I want to stress to you that the structure of each unit is essentially the same. You know, consistency is key in an online course, so every unit that you will work your way through in the course will have a number of chapters, normally 3. There's one unit that has 4 chapters, but I very briefly cover one of those chapters there, so it's really just like 3 plus just a little, if you will. But you'll see the same structure there. Every unit opens up with an introductory video. And by the way, a reminder, again, you have to click each item in the order that you find them in order to move forward. If you don't do that, you won't be able to move forward. Are you sensing a theme there? Because that's the biggest problem students have at first in my courses, is they don't just click everything in order and then they can't move through and they think something is wrong with the course. It's like, no, you got to click things in order. So hopefully you're sensing a theme there with that. But you'll see a unit introduction video, which is very brief. I'm just going to go over what's going to happen in the chapters in that course, some of the content there. And then you'll see the chapters. For example, here you can see chapter 1. And then underneath that, you'll see a discussion, some lecture videos, which will link to an external site. You'll see a number of videos there, anywhere from 8 to 12 for a chapter. Each video is anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes long. They're all labeled. They're all sequentially numbered, so you can do them in order. And that may seem like a lot to watch, but it's pretty much the same amount of time and the same lecture material I would do in a face-to-face class. So I'm not making you sit through anything more than my face-to-face students there. So they're there. There's lecture outlines, which are Word files that go along. That is, they parallel the lecture video, so you might want to use those to take notes. There's some homework for each chapter, and the homework is based on material in the textbook that I am not going to lecture on. And there is a quiz for a chapter, and that quiz is based on the homework for the material I'm not going to cover in class. And then you can see the next chapter, same setup, discussion, video, outline, homework, quiz. The next chapter, discussion, video, outline, homework, quiz. Again, you're sensing a theme there. And then when you get to the end of a unit, you'll see it says conclusion. And then you will have a study guide for your exam for that unit. And then the link to the actual unit exam, and it'll show you the due dates there as well. You have a 3-day window across which you can take the exam. You will have 60 minutes. However, once you start the exam to finish it, and you'll get announcements about when exams are coming up and a reminder about that window of time and how much time you have from start to finish. It is just 60 minutes. Once you open it and start, you got to finish it in 60 minutes. You can't just pause it and come back to it later. But you will get an announcement about all of that there. The discussion items and the chapter quizzes there, those are always going to be due on a weekly basis at the end of the week. And so just kind of keep an eye out for that. If you don't like the final deadline to turn those in, that final due date, well, just turn it in early. There's nothing stopping you from doing that there. You have plenty of time. Once the unit opens up, all those quizzes and discussions are open, but you have to complete each one by its actual due date. And speaking about due dates there, like for chapter 1, you can see there's due dates embedded for the discussions. You can see where I'm wiggling here. And for the quiz there, so you can always see them provided there for you. And same thing as you move along there, the next discussion, the next quiz has its due date, which is a little bit further along. And the last discussion and quiz for this unit there, you can see its due date a little bit further along there. So those due dates are there embedded as well. If you watch the welcome video for the course, you may remember that I did show you that there are other ways you can look at all of your assignments all in one place, kind of like a one-stop shopping sort of deal. If you go to the Canvas course menu, not the Canvas menu, but the course menu here, you click on syllabus. Let's go ahead and do that. And if you scroll down a bit here, you will not find a copy of the syllabus here. That's actually in the Start Here module on the home page there for the course, but scroll down a bit. And then you will actually see the actual assignments for the course there. The discussion for Chapter 1, and the quiz for Chapter 1, the discussion for Chapter 10, and the quiz for Chapter 10, the discussion for Chapter 3, the quiz for Unit 3, the exam for Unit 1, which covers those same chapters. You can see due dates here and due times. They're always set for 11:59 p.m. on that final due date, so easy to remember there. So if you want to see all your course assignments and all the due dates and all the due times, they are all in one place, a real long list there. You can see there under the syllabus link, so that's one way that you can go ahead and find everything like in a one-stop shopping sort of deal. The other way that you can do it, let's go click over here in the Canvas menu now, not the course menu, but the Canvas menu. If you click on this icon here that says calendar, let's let this open up here. And what you are going to see is a calendar view of all the items that are available that are due for a given month. And what you might want to make sure that you do, which I didn't do just a moment ago, there is make sure over here to the right in your view, you'll see a list of all of your courses that are available that you're currently enrolled in. Make sure you go ahead and check. That is, click the course that you want to see the calendar populated with all the due dates and the assignments from that particular course. You can pick as many courses as you have listed there. That'll make the calendar kind of look a little busy, but it will cram it all in there for you. So again, one-stop shopping, you can see all the assignments for that month. Like you can see the month here. You can see the discussion and the chapter quiz for that month there that's due, you know, the next one there. And as you keep rolling along to the next month there, you'll see even more. So all of those are listed there for you. So again, one-stop shopping, all in one place, nice and easy. You don't have to hunt for anything. If you just always want to have that visual view of what you got to do and when you got to turn it in, it's all there for you. So definitely take advantage of these ways to find all of your assignments. And this will be true for any of your online courses too. As long as your instructor has set due dates for those assignments, you'll find them in the calendar view as well. So it's a pretty nifty way to stay on top of things without having to scratch your head and wonder and pour through a bunch of papers and stuff to find that stuff. And again, as I told you in the welcome video, there's one more place you can always find upcoming assignments and their due dates. When you log into your Canvas course page, at the top here of the home page, you will see a quote to-do list. And underneath it there, you will see all the assignments and their upcoming due dates there. That'll always be updated and refreshed as semester moves along here, but that's another way you can always quickly see what do I have anything that's due immediately here. So you got plenty of ways to check and stay on top of things, which, you know, for an online course, you're really going to need to do that. But the way I've got the course set up is you've got them in many places to check that. Everything's one-stop shopping. It's in these modules here. You don't have to go through pages and files and things like that. I don't use any of that stuff. It's all in one place there. The only other places you might want to look in the Canvas course menu are under announcements or maybe under your grades there sometimes too, if you just want to check out the grade book there. But otherwise, everything you need, all the course content is right here in the modules area. I just wanted to keep it, you know, clean and simple that way so you don't have to jump around all over the place. And hopefully some of your other instructors did the same thing, because it can be daunting when you're taking more than one online course and trying to figure out how all of us as instructors are deploying our content to you. And I tried to keep it easy and always tried to keep in mind, well, if I were a student, where would I want to go to find stuff? And I tried to keep it easy that way. Don't forget as well, as I said in the welcome video, that on the weekends I will post a very brief check-in video with you just to go over just the quick things about the course that are upcoming or that have passed that you just need to be aware of, like an upcoming exam or a due date or a last day to drop, whatever it may be. And also weekly we will be doing live class sessions. And once a week, I'll just meet with you. We'll go over, you know, any questions that you might have. It's not going to be a lecture. You don't have to attend those things. They will be recorded and you can watch them later. And I would hope that you might want to check those out, because sometimes somebody will ask something or I'll provide something that's really helpful to know. And again, it's just the same kind of stuff I would always do in class, in a face-to-face class. But as I can't do that, I have to have various ways to push out information to you, and I use the announcements and the weekend videos and these live sessions to actually do that. So please attend if you can. There'll be an announcement about the days and times of all those things there. And after the first one, which is going to be a little longer to go over the syllabus detail and everything, after that, they're going to be much shorter. So don't be put off by the first one being rather long, because it has to be to go over all the course policies and the syllabus, and it's not exciting stuff. But again, it's what I do the first day in a face-to-face class, and I just feel I have to go through that stuff. But after that, it'll just be like a Q&A. Anybody got any questions? Make sure you're preparing for your exam, etc., you know, blah, blah, blah. It'll all be easy. But anyway, good luck, and thank you for watching, and I will see you in the course here.